baby. Donald Trump won, and I am very, very afraid that he might deport my mother-in-law. She entered illegally to the country, and she lives in Street 4, number 47 apartment, New York. That's right behind the green apartment. The gate is always open. You don't have any dogs either. It's Street 4.
Oh, I just got this sent to me. Let's see if this is indeed crystal ball. Say what was that you said you remember?
Matt Gaetz wanting a preemptive pardon?
Yeah.
That's the story I remember from way back when Trump was going out.
Let's see what she says.
Well, we had an amazing story here in the New York Times. Matt Gaetz, put this up there on the screen, apparently sought a blanket pardon from President Trump in the waning days of his administration. Now, this was ultimately rejected by the White House counsel's office, but raises a lot of eyebrows here. So according to this story from the New York Times, Gaetz went into the pardons office and said not only did he want a pardon for himself, but a blanket one against him and any of his congressional allies. Now, look, we don't even know if Matt Gaetz even knew about his federal sex trafficking investigation at that time. There's no indication, according to this reporting, from people inside of the White House counsel's office that they even knew about the investigation. It seems like Bill Barr obviously was briefed on that investigation, and according to some reporting, he had to go out of his way to make sure he was never photographed with Matt Gaetz. After that, he was like, get that guy the hell away from me. Like Christmas parties, etc. Because I'm sure, Gaetz in particular would be the type of guy to try and do that. So that's kind of hilarious. But I mean, definitely adds something to the case that Gaetz knew that he might have been in trouble and has been for a long time and tried to get Trump to bail him out on this one.
I mean, innocent people don't typically go and beg for preemptive pardons for any crime.
Please make a clip of that. Please make a clip to play after we show after the pardons. We just play. I mean, innocent people don't.
I mean, innocent people don't.
I'll never forget that.
There it is. Let me play. Here, I'll play it again. Here we go. Here we go.
A long time and tried to get Trump to bail him out on this.
I
mean, innocent people don't typically go and beg for preemptive pardons for any crime.
Anything.
It's unheard of, isn't it, Crystal?
Pardon for any crime.
It's almost like it's unheard of. Like Fauci did that. It's
like
that
it's
weird.
Ridiculous in a way, isn't it?
It's almost crazy.
That's very strange.
General Miley, we got, or Milley, I don't know how you say his name. All the people on the January 6th committee. Isn't that weird?
Hey, everybody, Malibu Kyle.
Everybody in Biden's family, Hunter Biden. Yeah. In fact, Fauci's pardon goes back to 2014, just like Hunter's done.
Hey, we should look up what news was going on back in 2014 to piece together what their fucking crime is, shouldn't we?
Is this amazing? This is awesome. Thank you, Malcolm, for sending this.
Crimes they may or may not have committed. Good luck. And I think it adds some color to the reporting that we've seen that we covered yesterday about why Trump world is they're just staying quiet. They're just staying out of it entirely. Yeah. It's not because, I don't know, I'm sure he rubbed some of them the wrong way too, but that's not really the issue. The issue is that he's just given them nothing to work with and no reason to believe that he's actually innocent.
They think it's true.
Right.
That's like mostly what it is.
That's basically what it is, and that's what they're telling reporters.
Israeli blackmail turned out to be, lest we forget.
What's that?
Lest we forget, Israel's trying to blackmail his dad.
That's
Remember?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, he denies the allegations, et cetera, et cetera. We'll see what all shakes out.
I wonder if she's going to have. I wonder if she's going to have the same attitude towards Fauci. Oh, he must be guilty of something, right?
Or
nobody asked for a blanket pardon that goes back to 2014.
It's a lot more people than Matt Gaetz asked for the thing that crime he did not commit at all, and he was being harassed by lawfare.
That's right.
Wow.
I wonder, that thing that Fauci did that Crystal Ball didn't have one question about, not one question.
Yeah.
Not one question about COVID, not one. In fact, she promoted narratives that made her money because her and her ex-husband, the 44 millionaire, had some kind of in-home learning thing. Yeah.
Home learning software.
Home learning software. So they were making money off what Fauci was doing, which is why they probably never criticized any of it.
Malibu,
and they believed everything that Big Pharma said.
I'd like her to go to Malibu Kyle and check the numbers and see if Democrats are still a million, billion, jillion times better.
Are they a billion, jillion times better?
Is it just a million now?
Behavior was actually criminal or just super sketchy, creepy, and immoral. But clearly, even in Trump world, they think that he was a little bit outside of how far they wanted to go. I'm sure the fact that he came and asked for these pardons preemptively didn't give them a lot of additional confidence either.
Yeah, that's right. And, it's interesting, too, because some more is coming out about his associate, Mr. Greenberg, the one who was indicted.
Israel.
I know.
Greenberg, the agent of Israel that did one of the dirtiest things I've ever heard of to somebody, to blackmail their father on behalf of Israel. That's what fucking happened.
Florida. And
you know why? Because Gates went after the military-industrial complex.
What's that?
Because Gates went after the military-industrial complex.
That's exactly right.
In some crazy way. It was like some money they were stealing. I don't know. You played the clip on this show, I think. It made me mad when I saw it, because immediately you saw what the whole motive was.
Seems to have been involved allegedly in many of these sexual escapades, which Matt Gaetz was involved in. Now, what they said is that this guy Greenberg, in particular, was known in Florida as almost like a Roger Stone-like figure who was, procuring women, who's now under indictment for, producing false identification, prostitution, allegedly, in the sex.
Roger Stone.
Yeah, the guy who was trying to entrap Matt Gaetz.
No, he's an Epstein-like figure in that he got whores for people to get entrapped with because he worked for Israel. That's who he's like, not like Roger Stone, because Roger Stone, I don't remember running whores. I remember Epstein doing that. Some of whom were children, by the way.
And the guy was in charge of the driver's licenses in Florida, or had some control over issuing driver's licenses. So he would get these underage girls, give them driver's licenses, said they were of age, and then try to entrap people.
Yeah. And by the way, he's in jail, Greenberg.
Yeah, Greenberg's in jail.
Because he's a piece of shit.
Trafficking charges as well, and that he was very, very close friends with Matt Gaetz and was actually involved. The two of them were apparently thick as thieves here in terms of some of the things that they would go out and do, and that seems to be where all of this is beginning to stem from. The indictment of Greenberg is what then led to the investigation into Gaetz. At the same time, though, came out yesterday that the alleged extorter of Gaetz basically confirmed the entire plot of contacting him, saying, hey, if you gave me this loan, I can make you a hero, and all of that. So there's just layers of insanity that are on top of all of this.
It's so bizarre. You literally could not make it up and throw Robert Levinson into the mix, and then his dad's wearing a wire. But yeah, I mean, it looks increasingly like there was some there from Gaetz, whether again it's criminal or not, we don't know, and we'll wait for the facts to come out. But also, clearly, these...
Well, it's weird that they would go after a guy like that and try to entrap him, because he was a guy who wasn't taking big money, and he was always going after the military-industrial complex. He opposed the Ukraine funding, and he opposed the establishment in terms of McCarthy. And it's really interesting. Isn't that interesting that that's the guy that they went after, and they never charged him with a crime? Isn't that interesting? Kind of like what they did with Donald Trump for the last 3 years and lawfare. Isn't it interesting?
Yeah. They wanted some Israeli spy released. I'm forgetting his name.
That's right.
Normally know.
That is correct.
Pollard was the one with Clinton. That's what Monica Lewinsky was about, by the way, because Clinton didn't want to let Jonathan Pollard, one of the worst spies in U.S. history, from our best friend Israel, and he wasn't going to free him. And all of a sudden, the Monica Lewinsky thing happened, and Clinton had to free him. Isn't that funny how that works?
Guys were trying to shake him down, whether they genuinely just wanted the money to go rescue Robert Levinson or had other intent for what to do with that money.
Right.
Robert Levinson, is that the guy's name? I think, was that the guy?
Maybe it was
the
Levinson.
Fact that he confirmed the accuracy or the veracity of the text message that was sent to Gates' dad, of the letter that was sent.
All right, I've heard enough. I can't listen.
I'm worried about Russian money myself. I don't pay attention.
I can't listen. I know. She should go Russiagate a little more or something. Unbelievable. Okay, let's take a break. We'll be right back.